Hey, I'm Frank Bello from Anthrax, and you're watching Kytary.CZ. No? Is that?
Hi, Frank.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Feel good. A little hungover today. Can I say that here?
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Okay. The reason why I'm hungover is because you have great bars here in Prague. Wonderful bars, and they all have very good beer and Jägermeister. That's why I look like this today. I was out last night with my crew, my road crew, and we had a lot of drinks, and it became light out all of a sudden. So that's why. And today we do a clinic.
Awesome. Plus, it's your birthday today.
Yes.
So
thank you. I forgot all about it, dude, until my wife reminded me. But thank you. Very cool. I think after a while you just forget. And we're on the tour. This is the 7th week of the tour. So this is a long tour for us at this point. This is the last 3 shows coming up. So I think everybody's just a little beat up, but we're excited. We're excited because it's been such a great run. And we know tomorrow's going to be a great show here, so we're really excited.
Okay, and since it's your birthday, we would like to wish you happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, man.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
We prepared a little present for you. It's
Uh-oh.
the most metal present you ever got. So
Most
if you don't
metal
mind.
present, I have nothing but time. Very cool. Oh, what is this? Yeah! Whoa!
As I said, the most metal.
And I'm good at it. Well, cool, man. Thank you very much. Very cool. You know what? I will bring this home and put it on my wall. Thank you very much. Can I bring it home?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
I will take this and absolutely put it on my wall. I don't have one of these.
Awesome. So we can take a picture and send us.
Yes, no worries. Yeah, no worries.
So
This is awesome. Thank you.
So can I ask you,
Yep.
what was the first time, or do you remember when was the first time you ever had a bass in your hand?
Yes. It had to be 12, 13 years old, where I switched from guitar to bass.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was jamming with my drummer in Anthrax, Charlie Benanti, and we were jamming, and he actually told me, I was playing guitar, but I was playing the bass parts on guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember I switched, and then as soon as I switched to bass, it all made sense. It all fit right in because it felt natural. So it had to be around 12 or 13 years old. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you still practice?
Yes. See, what I do now, not only practice, I want to learn. I don't think you ever stop learning. And I say this in my clinics. There's a great thing that's called YouTube out now, and you have lessons. You can learn from the greats. You can learn all the scales you want to learn, all the things you wanted to know about bass or any instrument. You can learn online now, which is great. So I watch the best players out there. If I'm into a player, or maybe just the people putting stuff online that I never saw before, I want to learn. So I can go online, and I do that. I do that all the time at home.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important.
How often do you practice?
I tell you, between guitar and bass, I have at least a guitar or bass in my hand every day. Every day. Because I write songs too, you gotta remember. So I write more songs on guitar, but bass, I have to say pretty much every day to every other day. Not more or less than that, probably, yeah, every other day.
Are there still any bass techniques that you still cannot play and manage?
A lot of them. That's why you practice. I mean, I don't think I'm any better than anybody else. I'm a student. I think I'm a student that has gotten successful. It's lucky, but I work hard. I do work hard, but I feel very fortunate that I'm in the position I am. But I have so much more to learn. I think I have a lot more to learn. I'm not the best bass player. I want to learn. I want to learn more every day. That's my whole thing. I want to learn more every day about bass. That's it.
Yeah, so playing an instrument must be like a lifetime student thing,
well,
right?
You want to be hungry. Yeah, I think when you lose the hunger to want more and to learn more, I think you lose it up here. Nobody's the best at anything. Mm-hmm. Nobody. You always can learn something else. That's what I've learned.
Right. Do you have any idols?
Yeah. My main idols for growing up through heavy metal and stuff, or I'll say this in my clinic, it's Steve Harris, Geddy Lee, and Geezer Butler. Mm-hmm. Those are my main influences. They taught me a lot on bass just by listening to their playing and their techniques. I took it apart, like on each song, and I learned how to develop my ear through them. and that's what really showed me how to play.
Okay, let's talk about your gear a little
Yeah.
bit. You are a member of Hardkey family.
Yes, I am.
You play on amp LH1000.
Correct.
And you use the high drive cabinets.
Yes.
What does this give to you, or why did you choose this gear?
Well, my friend Dave Ellefson from Megadeth, we're good friends, and we were talking about just different bass amps, and he had been using it, the LH1000 Hardkey, and I tried it. I remember we were on tour together, and I kept listening. I said, I'm going to try this, because he kept saying, you should just try this. So I did, and I fell in love with it because it had everything that I needed. The high drives, the LH1000 specifically, the amp is a lot of power. You're never going to use that much power anywhere. We played the biggest stadiums in the world with the big four and stuff, so and we used those, and they never went down. There's so much power, and what I like about the high drives is the aluminum cones. I think that has a lot to do with the cutting through. So for me, it's perfect for the music that we play. That's just, like the heavy metal specific. I mean, I know a lot of jazz players that play with it also. For what we do, it absolutely makes sense. You could hear it as soon as you plug in, and I'll say this, they're durable. Because the last Anthrax tour we did was 207 shows, and I never had a problem with them. Never. And consistency is what you look for. You know, you want that consistency to go on stage and not worry any night, and that's what we have with the Hardkey stuff. It's great. It's a great item.
Do you use any effects? Because the amp is, we could say, minimalistic. There's only the master volume and 3 equalizer knobs.
Right.
And there's no, effects or things like that. Do you use any effects?
You know, Hardkey has a line of amps also, but I like the LH1000 just because I have a Sans amp that I use. So in conjunction with those two together, in my head, in my ear, I get the sound that I want with those two together. It's really a special mix. I just know how to use it exactly to where my ear says, okay, that's the sound. And even on record when we do an Anthrax record or whatever I play on, it just has that right sound. I'll know it. But it's definitive. It's just those two. I have my Sans amp and the LH1000, and I just know, like now, my sound on stage, I'm so proud of. Because it's exactly what I hear in my head. It's exactly. So, like tomorrow, I'm very happy. You know, I know it's a step on stage. I don't have to worry. It's my sound all the time.
Cool. There are ESP basses that are your signature basses.
Yeah.
Where's Frank Bello in these basses?
Well, it's weird. You know, the Frank Bello signature model, ESP, there's a couple of models out, and I'll tell you why. The signature model you have first, Frank Bello signature ESP brand, is I took from Among the Living, the record Among the Living. I was with ESP back in the 80s, and I had this really special bass they made for me back then, and I hadn't played it in a long time. And I went to my storage room, and I pulled it out, and I was working with ESP again, and I said, I love this bass. The neck, the body, the sound. It was the record Among the Living. I used this specific bass on. It had a specific tone and a feel to it. The neck is a mix between precision and a jazz neck. And it's just got this, I call it a butter neck. It's like so smooth because it plays like butter. It's like really smooth. It just makes you feel great. And I like that. And so what I did was I took it out of storage and I asked them, please make me this bass exactly the way it is. And they did that. And that's what we have in the Frank Bello model. So and also going forward, I would like a less expensive models, which is LTD's models. So what we did was so people can actually afford them. Not everybody can afford an ESP brand. So you go to the LTD, which are perfect basses. I have one out with me. They're great basses. So I just want my plan is for the future is to get instruments in kids' hands. The younger generations, older generations, anybody who wants to play should have an instrument in their hand. That's the reason why I do clinics. I mean, they're fun. I love meeting people. I love connecting. I think it's really important. If I can do anything in my clinic or in my band that can make somebody pick up an instrument because I inspire them, then I'm happy.
Do you get any responses to
all the time?
This?
If you follow me at the Frank Bello on Twitter, I get responses. So great. There's nothing better and more satisfying for me than getting something from a 15, 16-year-old kid that they started playing bass because of something I said or did. that's it. I have an 8-year-old son. I want him to play. You know, he's starting to show it, you know, which is great. So I want to see the next generation of players, because I don't think there's enough players in the world right now. And I want to see the next generation have music in their life. And I think it's really important for their soul, and just for, it helped me a lot, music. So I want to see people have this smile that I have, and this feeling that we all have. We're musicians. I want to see people have that vibe that we have, you know. It's important to me.
Beautiful, beautiful. Are there any most frequent questions that you get on your clinics?
Yeah, a lot of people want to know about the bass lines of Caught in a Mosh. You know, I get a lot of tweets and specific songs, so I try to bring out the songs here, you know, that they want to see. And sometimes I want to show, if they want to know, I'll bring them up. I love bringing people on the stage with me and putting my bass on them and just say, all right, try it. You know, I'll show you, now you try it. And just connect. It's really connection.
Okay. Let's say there are some beginners, bass beginners watching us right now.
I love it.
What advice would you give them? Maybe something that you had to go through or deal with?
Here's what I tell the young players in the beginning. Every day is a new day. You try, you have to practice, but you have to try every day. It doesn't come automatically, but you will. You get to pressing, you want it to come fast, but every day you get a little bit better. That's the way it works. Like me, I remember when I started playing, I said, oh, I can't do it the way I want to do it. But then after some patience, and just endurance, and just persistence. Persistence is very important. You have to want it. You have to have it in your gut that you want to do this, and that's what happens. When you have it and you want to do it every day and you stick to it, it comes.
What does bass mean to you? One word, one sentence, one thought. What is, for your life, what is bass guitar?
God, bass means outlet. And I'll explain that. Outlet, here's why, because it's an outlet for me to get out what I have inside of me. It's an outlet. It brings it out of me. So that's what bass means. It's an outlet for getting all this stuff I have inside of me, getting it out, and that's how I do it.
Thanks a lot, Frank.
Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure to have you here.
It was for me also. Thank you.
Okay, and enjoy your birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.